See, we like speechless.
It's game time and I'm up one.
How many bottles of product? So we're about building relationships. So I'm a team of GRAPHENE,
the fastest growing brands for detailing products, chemicals, and coatings in the world.
Welcome to another edition of the Weekly Buff. And guys, this week we've got this beautiful classic 1999 Porsche 911. This car came with a flat 6, but guys, don't be mistaken. It still put out close to 300 horsepower and 258 pounds of torque with a 0 to 60 under 4 seconds. And these clients brought the car to us because they just had it restored by a company in LA that spent a year making it what they called their own Club Sport. So it's time to get started on the prep. As you see here, the prep is the most important part. Even though this car was just restored, it still had some light contamination in the paint, and this is super important that we remove this contamination. Now, we like to use the glossed foam cannon and a microfiber mitt. We like to use Dawn detergent because the Dawn is super strong and will remove any wax, polish, or any contamination in the paint, along with our green mild clay bar. Now, the green clay bar is nice because it won't scuff or damage the paint, but it does a great job removing any kind of road grime, grit, or contamination. Now it's time to bring the new 996 into the shop, and we're gonna go with a mild prep. We're gonna use our 3000 Ultra Finish polish and a dual action polisher with a soft pad to make sure that we restore this paint. Now, this paint job is what we call pearlescent, which means that it has a base coat, a tinted clear, and then a clear, and the pearl has a purple flop in it. So as you guys can see here in the video, depending on how the light hits the surface, it does make a difference in the color change, especially in sunlight. So guys, it's time to get started. I hope you enjoy this weekly buff. All right, guys, it's Saturday morning. We've been working on the 911. I guess they call this, what do they call this, Max? A Cup Series?
I don't know, actually.
It's got a different kind of aero kit on it. It's got a pearl paint job with like a flop in it. It's kind of purple, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Junior, how you feeling this morning, buddy? You're on the weekly buff.
Doing good. Doing good.
So what advice are you giving these guys out here thinking about getting in the detail business? What would you tell them, Junior?
Stay warm.
Stay warm. Is it cold in Vegas?
Yeah, it's cold.
You look pretty warm there. Look at that. You got the combat boots on. You match Josh. Are you guys twinning today? Is there twinning going involved?
On the covers.
Are you going to get boots for Max?
If you like.
Matt likes the Adidas.
He likes the Adidas.
Yeah.
So we're completed the hood, full nose PPF on the hood, fenders. Now we're doing the bumper. We got to do the roof, the wing, and the rear bumper. So the guys are getting ready to install because we're going to bolt cut. Bolt cut means no pattern. There is no pattern. If there is a pattern, the pattern wouldn't fit the expectation of the customer. So the guys are getting ready to lay down a piece, and then they're going to have to hand cut and trim it out. It's a big piece. What is that? 8 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet.
We had to cut it for the back bumper too. The back bumper was longer. So we might have to cut some of it off. What you got over there?
So right now, as you guys can see, this is one big sheet of material over 8 feet long. And they're gonna hand cut this, and by the time they're done, you won't even know it's on the car. This is takes a lot of skill sets to be able to do this kind of work. So this spring and summer, we're going to be offering PPF classes to our Evo ceramic coating installers to learn the art of PPF with Max and Josh, right? So you guys can add another profit center to your detail studio or detail shop. All right, guys, now it's time to get started on the PPF. Now, there are no patterns for this vehicle, so we call that bolt cut or custom cut, which is tailored to be an exact fit. Not easy, takes a lot of talent. Max has been doing this for 8 years. Josh is becoming certified for a PPF instructor and installer with Max. PPF was done on the rear bumper, rocker panels, roof, full nose. So Josh, what are you PPFing right now? What is this?
The lip.
For the front bumper?
Yeah, for the Porsche. lower piece. It's a little banged up already, but
They just had it painted, right?
yeah.
Now this customer had requested wheels off. They plan on doing some light tracking with this car. We got Junior who's removed the wheels and decontaminated, descaling and washing thoroughly the front and back of the wheel. We also used our micro polisher. This is a fantastic tool that's battery operated to make sure we prep these black wheels front and back so that when we apply the ceramic coating, we get that adhesion and bond that we're looking for and durability. We also used our all-purpose cleaner to detail the calipers to make sure they're prepped and clean before we apply our Evo Pro wheel and caliper coating. We also used a system that we developed for cleaning this in an effective way so that there's a proper bond. Now, right now, Junior is applying it to the face and the barrel of the wheels to give it that candy-like finish. This is great for maintaining the wheels when you need to clean them when they're on the car, and this is an important step. Now, for the PPF on the car, we have developed and engineered a specific ceramic coating that helps the oxidation that can happen in the glue. When applying PPF, people think it's the film that turns yellow. It's not the film, it's the glue. It's the UV that oxidizes it. And after testing this for the last, 8 or 9 years on many of our own cars that we keep outside in this brutal summer weather, hot weather in Las Vegas with extreme heat, we found that it slowed down the oxidation of the glue. This is a great alternative if you're looking for something that you want to prolong the PPF. It also cuts the rash that you can get from pitting from the road. Now it's time to pull this car out in the sun and check it out. This customer is going to be super stoked to see the final results. As we say, the sun never lies. It's got this fantastic pearl finish on the car with almost like a purple flop to it, and with that black wing on the back and this detail of this 911 is going to be the envy of every Porsche event here in Vegas. So are you ready to see your baby?
Oh gosh, yeah.
She's like all nervous.
Oh, I am. My palms are sweating.
She's been without it
He
quite a
cheated
while.
though. He came down here and snooped on us.
I came and peeked.
He did. Kind of ruined it a little bit. But did you say anything to her?
So.
You didn't say anything.
Nope,
did you?
didn't tell her a
not
word.
All right, let's come out. Just kind of blew it off because the wind's been crazy, right? So right now we are releasing this beautiful Pearl 911.
Oh my gosh.
See, we like speechless.
Oh yeah.
See, we bring out the emotion here on the Weekly Buff.
Wow. Amazing. Oh, it's amazing.
It's amazing, isn't it? I pulled it out into the cul-de-sac when we had a little bit of sun this morning, so I could show all the flop in the sunlight, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got it.
Oh, you
And
did?
Yeah, I
was
got
gonna
it.
say.
This morning for like 45 minutes it was like sun, but look at the difference in this thing. The wheels are just spot on.
Man. It's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
So what would you tell other Porsche
Amazing.
people that have these kind of cars that take the pride that you take and I take in Porsches? Where should they come to get the car work done?
Gloss it. Gloss it. Yes. Big time.
And he saw it when it was like not pretty when we were installing it.
Yeah, that's a cool time to see it when they're actually putting the wrap on it. And
Wing is PPF. I like the metallic in this wing. It's amazing because when I had it in the sunlight, I got to get the camera across it in the cul-de-sac down the street, and it looked really good. You want to show them the install? Yeah. She was crying. You made her cry, Max.
so that was one of the requirements when we were having them paint it, that they match the flake and the black and the white. It'd be the exact same size flake.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is PPF. We cut a strip down here, so now the badge is covered.
Perfect.
So Max, go ahead and walk it with them and show them everything we did.
Yep, so we did the top of the spoiler right here. We wrapped the front of this as well, so that it'll avoid some of the rock chips and everything, especially from the wind coming over the car and everything. We also did the roof and the sunroof. This does have the factory felt right here, so we had to get as close as possible to the edge right here. And then we did tuck it into the front right here so that it does avoid any lifting or anything like that.
Yeah, pull back the rubber.
So so pull back the legs there.
Okay,
And then we also did rack edges around here and got as close as possible to right here. All the whole entire front end is covered as well, and we even did the front lip right here. There are some little scuffs on the bottom of here just because the car is being too low or pretty low and everything. But we did cover this piece as well.
We took it off.
So
We
we took it off
unbolted it, and then we hand cut it and put it back on. Yeah. So
Great.
that's protected.
And we removed the badge, and we did underneath the badge as well. And also we protected the headlights because these are really expensive headlights, right?
Yeah.
But you can't. The great part is Max is an artist, and he takes a lot of pride in the way and the time and the install. So he's going to show you the mirrors. We hand cut the mirrors because we don't want that little patch. So Max will show you how he did the mirrors.
Yeah, so
It's going to take some drying on the mirrors because we had to stretch it.
Yeah, so usually the mirror on these are just like the round part right here, but we decided to do a slit right in the middle so that we get as much coverage on the bottom and also on the top as well. Because you'll notice that when the wind and rocks come, they'll like kind of chip up above where the high impact area is. Oh yeah, we also did the full side skirt too. Yeah, the whole entire side skirt is done. This is where most of the wear is, so that we covered this whole front part.
Okay.
So, yep.
Yeah, so there's no shortcuts. Like when we do this, we try to get as much coverage everywhere as we can get.
The rear bumper?
Yeah, the whole rear bumper's hand cut too.
Rear bumper as well.
When we're done the video, you'll see your video of your whole process. You know, like I did the P1.
Oh, really?
That's
I
what I
get to
did.
See it all?
Yeah, I got I
Oh,
already got
great.
9 hours of film on this car.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh my
Take
God.
9 hours to make 15 minutes. So you get to see your car, the whole process, everybody working on it.
It's gorgeous.
I'll just
Gorgeous.
look over the car one more time before.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Did you hear that, guys? She said
Stunning. It's
stunning.
Very much. Very much.
Stay tuned and be sure to like or subscribe or ring the bell if you like this video. We'll see you next week.